Okay, so we're going live.
Hi, YouTube! Hello, we have today a full room. All of you that are not here, you're losing it. You losers. Let me see. Uh, I will ask very politely for you guys if you can open the camera. Do it, please. So me and Bruna won't be alone on YouTube, like modeling TNT for YouTube. So I will start. I think it will be us today. Thank you, Gustavo. I will start presenting myself. I am Duda Marques. I am 22 years old and I live in Rio de Janeiro. And I've been being a host for a while. And I love being here. Bruna, please present yourself.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm Bruna. I live in São Paulo. I've been a host here on TNT since October, so it's pretty recent. I work as an English teacher and also as a coordinator. And I think that's it.
Good. And Gustavo?
Hello, everybody. I'm Gustavo. I am 21 years old. I live in Goiânia, and I'm a civil engineer student, and I have been here on TNT since the last year, since the beginning of the quarantine.
Yeah. Gustavo has been here for a long time, and Samia too. Samia, present yourself, please.
Hello, guys. My name is Samia. I'm from Teresina, Piauí, and I've been here on TNT since last year. Actually, it's been 1 year now, so I'm really happy to be here with you guys. So, yeah.
Yay! So, guys, the first question is, do you remember the last thing that you have learned? That's a good one. Let me see, Samia. Go on. You go, girl.
Okay, so yeah, French actually. Um 20 days ago I started learning French. Actually, I'm doing Duolingo. So and I'm enjoying a lot. I thought it would be difficult, but no. I mean, French has a lot of words in common with Portuguese and English and Spanish. So um, today I'm getting used to this language, and yeah, I'm really happy because that's one thing that I really like to do. Learning languages. And next year I will be learning uh Libras. I don't know how can I call it in English, but yeah.
I think Libras is Libras because it's Brazilian.
No, sign language, I guess. Sign language.
Oh, yeah. But are you planning to attend the TNT meetings for French?
Oh yeah, but not now because as I said before, I'm getting used to the language, so I'm still beginner. Very basic, just je m'appelle Samia, j'habite Teresina, and that's it.
Let's change this
Pam la pam.
conversation. Yeah, I love it. And Gustavo, and you, what was the last thing you learned?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what was, but I think in my job, I have learned many things about my field, about estimate, civil construction. And because I joined a new internship, and this field is totally different than the others that I have worked. And yeah, and I think I have learned almost every day new things there. And I think it's about my job because I have studied and work at the same time.
Did you already graduated? Like you completed graduation or
N-
you're
Not
already
yet.
an engineer?
I gonna finish. No, I am a civil engineer. I gonna finish next year,
Yeah, that's awesome.
but I'm working as an intern.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I work as an intern and I every day I learn something different that I didn't know. And Bruna, how about you?
Just like Samia, I started learning a new language too, but I stopped.
What
I
language?
I was learning Spanish on Duolingo too, but I don't know. I was in a defensiva, like no, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
offensiva. The way they call it when you're studying in a row, right? I was studying for around 20 days, but I stopped and I couldn't come back yet, but I will. So I think the last thing I learned it was Spanish. I'm still practicing. I have studied when I was younger, but I forgot many things like the structures, the tenses. So I need to practice, and I hope in the future I will be able to join TNT meetings, charla, and
Las
in Spanish,
charlas en español.
charla. Yeah.
Actually, I last year, oh gosh, we're finishing this year right now. That's weird. But last year, I decided to learn Spanish by myself. And actually I started with the conversation here at TNT. I used to hear what people say, and like I think it's easier to understand what people say in English than in English. So in Spanish than in English. So I used to hear what people say and repeat what they say. I used to type like fast what they were talking about, and I could learn it. So I think it works for Spanish. Hi, Heitor! Vascaíno is here.
Hello,
Are
my
you sad?
Vascaíno friend.
Yeah, it's a bad week for Vasco da Gama, but
Yeah, unfortunately, and
yeah.
especially
Oh gosh, we have Frozen around us. Let it go. Let it go. Let's wait a little longer. I will ask him to present himself. Okay, I think he lose his connection. So the next question is learning easy or hard to you? You can give as an example how it was with the last new thing that you have learned. Gustavo, tell us about your intern job. Is it easy for you? Do you get things fast?
Yeah. For me, learning is not so difficult, because to assimilate the process, I have to put in practice. Because when someone teach me something, I catch it quickly, but I have to put in practice. That is the best way that I learn. And for me, it has been not so hard, because they they think that I learning and something that I know they like some basic things, but the other ones like use some softwares and uses some different methods and this kind of things I learning. But after putting practice, I get used this.
Yeah, I was gonna give when you were speaking, I was gonna give this example that you said. For example, we have to work with a lot of softwares, and when I learn, like I can do, I don't know how many classes about that. If I don't practice and I don't do, I just forget all the things that I learned, and I think that applies to all the things, right? Like learning a language. the theory and then didn't practicing, we just lose it. But yeah. Hi, Heitor, are you there?
Now I'm here.
Present yourself, please.
Sorry for my internet. So yeah, I tried to say, yeah, my Vascaíno friend, you certainly aren't so good due to the success of Botafogo, but it is part of the process. I realized that you are discussing about the process in related to the English journey, isn't it?
No, we're talking about learning, but you can start presenting yourself and then we
Okay. Okay. Night, everyone. My name is Heitor. I'm a nutritionist. I'm 26 years old, and yeah, and also I'm finished my PhD in health science. That's all.
Now we are answering. This conversation is about learning, how it works for you. It's in general, not only in English. You can talk about
Okay. This depends on a huge effort. Repetition is the key for me. Of course, there are some people that who have more facility in terms of uptaking the information into the mind, and while others request more effort. And for keeping that effort, we need a routine, and it is hard to maintain a routine of many hours per day, but we need to have some minutes or a couple of hours. And undoubtedly, the routine is the key for learning, irrespectively of the area. And yeah, you have discussed it here about English. Yeah, English is one of the example, but we could cite yeah, many language or a math. Math is hard. It's statistics too for people who don't like numbers like me. And but sometimes we need to have some background related to that, you know. And so yeah, this is why learning work to me. Routine.
That's good. I like those topics because we can see how people deal with some situations, and sometimes we can get the advice for applying to our lives. So, hi, Luana. Thank you for being here. Please present yourself.
Hi, well, welcome. And I'm Luana. I'm 32. I live in Uberaba, Minas Gerais. I'm married. I'm a pedagogue, applied pedagogue. I guess that's it.
Okay. Answer this question now. Is learning easy or hard to you?
Oh my god. It's not easy. It's very hard to me. About everything I need to learn, because I don't know how I can respect to my time, respect my time for learning something. So if I want to learn something, I need to yesterday. So of course, I don't learn yesterday, and my memory, I guess, is horrible for uh, my memory.
Remembering things?
Yes, remember new things.
Yeah. Okay. So the next question is, do you think that learning new things, wait a minute. Do you think that learning new things, even the ones that you don't like, is important? Bruna. Bruna, did I ask you if learning is easy or hard to you?
I didn't answer this one. No, but it's okay. I can answer both.
Answer them
So,
together. Yeah.
it depends. I think it's usually easy, but I need consistency. I need to practice. As you said, practicing is something really important for me. Otherwise, I will forget. Or I like to read too, so that if I forget, I just go there and I check it again. I check it out again. And yeah, that's it. Do you think that learn new things, even the ones that you don't like, you do not like, is important? Yeah, I think so. Life is not about the things we like, right? It will be good if it were this way, but it's not. And I think in this case, learning things I don't like, it's harder. But I think usually I don't like things I don't understand. So they are hard for me because I don't understand them and I can't deal with them easily. So usually I think when I don't understand something or when I don't like, I need to start more to understand better.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of things, especially when we are younger, we have a lot of things to learn. And I think it's important for us, I think being a good human being is when we learn a lot of things and we know a lot of things. So it's awesome to learn things for pleasure, but I think unfortunately we have to learn things that we don't like. So yeah, I agree with you totally. And Samia, I don't know if I asked you question 2 either. I didn't, right?
Yeah, no problem, but I will
Answer
answer
them
question
both.
number 3.
No, answer 2 and 3 together.
Yeah, I'm kind of lazy, so my brain is not working.
Yeah, wake up. It's a holiday.
Yeah.
It didn't work. Did you work today?
But yeah, for me it's easy. Since that I keep practicing, that thing that I want to learn. For example, about Duolingo, I've been doing Duolingo for 20 days so far, and I'm really happy because now it's a habit, so it's getting easier and easier to learn French. It was really hard at the beginning, because I didn't know nothing, zero French, but I can see I learned a lot of things since then. So yeah, I thought it would be really hard, but no, it's easy. And about question number 3, let me see. Yeah, it is important. I think, as you said, we need to be a better human being. So I think learning new things help us to be a better person, to do a lot of good things in the world. So yeah, it's part of our lives. So we need to learn things in order to improve.
Yeah, you said beautifully this last sentence. And Gustavo, do you think it's important to learn new things, even the ones that we don't like?
Yeah, because of course it's important because it's make part of the process, because life is not about the things that you won't love, because you have to do things you don't like to achieve what you want to achieve, your goal. Because for example, in English, I really like to learn English, but some topics, some part of the grammar I didn't like, but I had to learn this, because to achieve the fluency, it's important.
Yeah. Actually, I was gonna add that I think it's important not only to learn things, but also to learn silly things. For example, curiosities about life. Like, do you know that, I don't know, an animal sleeps with one leg? I think it's kind of knowledge that I think, oh, that's nice to know. Okay, now I know that an animal is like that. So I think learning things is good for us always. Luana, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I agree. I don't like I don't like uh, study about so a lot of things, but I like study. Yes, it's important for 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 race and our culture, um, and be good with you if when you challenge you for learn new things or just learn things like animals with one leg is good. you you challenge yourself and be good with this. If you achieve this goal, um, improve your I forgot the word, but it's good too.
Okay. And Heitor, what do you think about it?
I think a lot of things, but I'll focus on two examples here. The first example is, well, it's totally important to learn new things, and just consider those ones that we don't like, unfortunately, but are important. And for me, well, I don't like math or statistics. My performance while uh, a high school student wasn't good, but yeah. And currently, I'm facing a problem, not only me, but some colleagues. And because there is a discipline in my PhD that the name is Advanced Biostatistics. And I don't like it, but so much so that I, together with some friends, all pay for a statistic for doing our work, our exam, our job. And this is funny
I
because
guess that's a crime, my friends. I think
my colleagues are more older than I. And this is totally funny because I have a colleague with more 40 years old and he is a friend of the professor.
oh gosh.
And yeah, because biostatistics is so vast, and I have some background for some analysis that I use for my life, and those analyses are totally different from the analysis that the professor used, and vice versa. And so we only yeah, our focus is to get the score and get the success of the discipline. But yeah, we can learn things that we don't like in order to expand our background. It is totally important have at least some notion. And of course, it is hard to be an expert in many subject, but we need to have some experience uh, to learn the base. And another example is in sports. We yeah in the soccer isn't only the goal. We need to run correctly. And for example, Duda, when Nene finish his career, because he's older, he's almost 40 years probably, and he'll be the coach of Vasco, and probably he'll learn about many strategies for the success of Vasco, not only giving the ball to the players. Yeah, it's more than that.
That's it. When we finish it, we're Vasco. The next question is, how was at school, university, college to you? Did you used to get good grades? Luana, do you work in a school nowadays?
No.
But you can answer the question now. It was just for curiosity. I'm a, how can I say? I like gossip. I was gossiping about your life.
Oh my gosh.
Did you used to get good grades?
No. I'm always frustrated with my grades because I studied and studied and studied and not achieve the grades that I want achieve. I want to achieve, you know. So I always to be frustrated with me and try to be better in the next. But this is university, but in school for the high school, I was good and I liked.
That's awesome. And Sonia, how about you?
Well, I had an interesting academic life, especially during elementary school, high school. I have good memories from those days, and I used to be kind of student who got good grades. So yeah, I used to be sit down and, next to the teacher, but I used to be the one who kept quiet during the class, you know, because I was too afraid of to mess the class up, you know, and say something wrong. I was too afraid of my teachers, but I tried to to listen to the class carefully, you know, and I always did my homework, and yeah, I always I was always worried about getting good grades, and yeah, do doing my part, because that was the only responsibility that I did back then. So I tried to do in a good way. So yeah.
That's good. I wish I had that life, you know. Sometimes I think about it. Oh, it was so good. And Gustavo, how about you?
Yeah, at school and at college, I used to get good grades. But after I start working like almost full time in my internship, I noticed that my grades go down, and because I have like a little of time to study, you know, and only after classes, after 10 p.m. or on weekends, and it's hard to study all subjects, and sometimes I I let some subjects and focus on others.
Yeah. It's really hard to put. I'm leaving that right now to like having to work and study at the same time. It's really hard. And Eito,
Yeah.
how about you?
Okay, guys. For me, to be honest, I was a horrible student in the school, but I don't know why, but I got my course. I started my course with I passed. I was approved to the vestibular in the last year of high school, and it was amazing for me with 16 and 17 years. But in fact, I wasn't a good student, so much so that I've a good example for you that um, I was in the middle of the exam of biology, and I only watched the exam of my friend, and the new professor called our attention. Come on, you stop this. But the attention was directed to my colleague, and my colleague said, "No, I'm doing my exam. Is that guy that is looking for my cash isn't me." And this was a prejudice against my colleague because I was the guy with the glasses, and my friend was smarter than me, and this is a kind of prejudice. And yeah, but today sometimes I need to monitor some students, and yeah, it is a bit complicated because I have some experience. Yeah, and so I can detect the guy that are trying to get the response of the colleagues, and I only pay attention. And for example, sometimes a guy gave me the exam without zero response, and it is a bit complicated, but yeah, we should do that because there is a paradox. And especially that I wasn't the professor of that discipline. And yeah, I should work with respect, uh, given considered my professor, the professor of the discipline. And I can say that in my university, I didn't start it well because I was younger, and basic discipline sucks a lot, and I was in a vibe in order to enjoy the university better. But in the middle of the university, I totally changed, and yeah, it was a good
That's good.
from water to the wine. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Actually, I feel like I shared the same history as you. Like in high school, I used to tacar o terror. I don't know how to say that in English. So maybe you can help me. But yeah, and then I got into college. I don't know how, but I did. I passed an A, and in college I'm really good in the things, and yeah, I guess we have to do what we're good, right? Yeah, and I think that's it. And did I ask? I think I asked everyone. Bruna was gonna be the last one, and she left. Let me see the. Oh gosh, I lose chat. I don't know where is it. Oh, find it. So the next question is, have you ever been afraid of exposing your ideas or doing a question and be judged as a dumb person? Gustavo. Gustavo was like.
Yeah. Yeah, at school, I used to be like nerd, that sit in the front of in the first
row.
Yeah.
The first row.
Yeah. So it was like that student that don't expose my all ideas, because of afraid of judge, these things. But in school, normally, the teachers don't ask you for our opinion, just they just talk. They just teach us without asking our opinion, like here on TNT. You ask for our opinions, and
Do you
and
feel
just
that?
talk without be afraid of judge.
Do you feel
What did you
that
say?
in TNT?
Sorry. Yeah, like no. Here in Chanchi, I feel like you are free to talk without be afraid of judge.
Do you feel afraid of being judged here?
No, I feel like you are free to talk, free to
Oh,
talk
that's awesome.
without being.
Yeah, me too. Say some dumb things here, and I'm just dumb. And Samia, and you.
Yeah, I kind of answered the question before. Yeah, I'm still worrying about exposing my ideas in front of other people. Actually, my afraid is about not be able to express my ideas correctly. You know, make me understood. So for me, that this is what worry me the most. You know, sometimes it's really funny, you know, because when I have to say something during the class, I feel like this adrenaline inside of me, you know, my my heart start pounding so fast, and I feel like, oh my gosh, I don't know, it's really strange actually, because I'm here, so cool, and chill, but all of a sudden when I I try to get prepared to say something, then my whole body change because I have these kind of feelings, you know. I'm so worried about not being able to express my ideas, and yeah, not make not be understood. So yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And Heitor.
Sometimes, for sure, but this really don't matter to me because we learn with our mistakes, and the majority of people um, make some question when it stood for that. But there are situations that this uh, don't work, you know, and we should make a question without a previous study. And yeah, this can occur during a common class, during our meeting, like now, another conversation at a bar or not. And this can occur, and it is what it is. But for me, this is part of the process and to get new information. And yeah, I never been afraid to extend to hesitate to make the question because yeah, I can sometimes, if this were done, I don't know, connect it with a joke. Yeah, that's it.
And Luana. I love that Luana is always smiling a lot. It's like it can be a sad question. Luana will be like, okay, let's answer it. Go on.
It's a nervous. It's a nervous.
Brief.
But yes. Yes. I am afraid about the youth be doing a question, even is a nerd question or is a hard question. I afraid. Since I was children, in school, that I guess it's it's because it's because that I have difficult for difficult to express for my ideas because I almost never as ask ask a question for teacher or the others because I'm afraid. Oh, I'm a dub. I don't need this. And I can't. And it's hard. It's just hard. I ever afraid. I ever quiet, and I ever have a difficult to talk.
Yeah. Actually, I was talking to a friend this week. I don't remember, but actually, that was a good thing for me in the EAD. How do I say that? Like the classes not presential, the ones in the
Online
street.
class.
Online classes, yeah. Oh gosh, sometimes I just lose words, like, and for example, I am really, it's really hard for me to learn the parts that Gustavo learned about the engineering parts, numbers. That's really hard for me, and in presential classes, I am afraid of us. Like, I didn't understand in like the teacher explains and I don't understand, and I say, oh, I didn't understand, and they speak again, and I don't understand again. But I am afraid to say, oh, I didn't understand, so I just pretend I understood and I say, okay, now I did. And during the online classes, the teachers from a structure, I don't know how to say that, they usually they record the classes and then send to us, so it's not live. And I just like return to the beginning of the class a lot of times till I understand what he's talking about. Like, I watch 5 times the same things till it gets in my head, because usually in the presential classes, I was just like, okay, I would pretend the pretend face, like, yes, I understand what you're talking about, and I didn't understand the thing. So yeah, that's what happens to me. Let me see. Oh, we're running out of time. Let me see. I'm going to skip to the last one. How has been the experience of learning a new language? What do you think that is the most challenging part? I will start with Samia, that was talking about the French all the time. So what's challenging for you?
Oh, it's been amazing. As I said before, I really like learning new things, especially languages. And the most challenging part is the beginning, because I didn't know nothing. And I was like, I feel lost because, oh my gosh, how do I start to learn with what are the materials I have to use? So, okay, I decided to start with Duolingo to have a base to start to understand how the language works. So for me, the most challenging part was the beginning, because since that I didn't know nothing, I thought, oh my gosh, probably I will face a lot of problems to learn this language, because it's totally different from English and Portuguese. But actually, after a few days studying French, I saw that, oh, not really. It's really easy, entre aspas, easy to learn French.
Yeah. And Luana, how about you?
Was being different. Great. I don't know.
You're super excited right now. It's contagious, your excitement.
Yeah, was great. Was been great because I love learn a new language, but as I said, it's difficult. And the challenge for me is deal with these difficulties, challenges, just shine and all these things because I need to practice. If I want learn, I need to practice. I need to study. So I need I don't know. I need organ organize. I don't know.
You have to create an habit.
Yes, a habit and a routine and a focus. I really need look for
Discipline.
my plan, and I really need look back for my thoughts and my goal because if it's hard, I get out and I don't want to get out. And yeah, this is
That's awesome. And Gustavo, how has it been for you? I guess Gustavo is frozen right now. Gustavo? You frozen for us.
Yeah. I
Oh, that I don't know. The connection it's cutting. Hello, hello. Hey,
yeah.
yeah.
Now let me see. And since I have started learning a language, it has been amazing. I have met people from different countries and learning subjects in English and see a lot of things that are in Portuguese and we don't have much knowledge as we have in English. And the other thing that I noticed and to express myself in English and I don't have that fear that I have in some subjects to be afraid of be judged. Like I don't have this, because some things in Portuguese and that we learning as a kid, oh, don't say about this topic, because it's not polite. And in English, I don't have this in my mind, I can talk here about everything without be that that thing in my mind.
Yeah.
And mo the most difficult part of learning a language is to start to think in the language. It took a long time to
Yeah.
achieve this.
Yeah, I think the most difficult for me is this discipline part to learn something you have to do it. I don't know, I think you have to do a little bit of it every day, and I'm not a person that usually do this, so it's even harder for me to do this stuff. But yeah, I think that's the hard part for me. And Heitor, last but not least.
Okay. It has been amazing for me because it is a way of connecting with people around the world. And yeah, this is amazing. And to learn new culture and new people in many countries. And even to have some notion related to some accent and related to the most challenging part for me I'll try. Don't be worried, but yeah, the start is a challenge for sure. But when we put our background into the practice, for me is the most challenging part because it is the real situation. It is our target, you know, and yeah, we all fail to that, and it is the moment that we put our routine in practice, and yeah, we all fail. Sometimes, even in our native language, we fail in many situations. And so, for me, is that yeah, we can cite some online conversation with a native English speaker or another idiom, or perhaps the face-to-face conversation. You know, that is for me the practice.
Yeah. Guys, I think that's it. Thank you so much for being here today. Like we didn't have a lot of people, but it was awesome. Hope you guys enjoy it. And I'm sending in the chat the link of our conversation. So if you want to watch it or give suggestions for the next topics, yeah, I guess that's it. Join like the video. It's really good for TNT to, I don't know how YouTube works, but I guess when a lot of people are liking, they keep showing the videos to other people. So it's really good for TNT if you can do it. And I guess that's it. Thank you so much for being here. Sorry about I don't know. Sorry for if something didn't happen well. And I guess that's it. Please be safe, drink some water, and see you next week.
Take care.
Bye, Duda.
You.